He's against the national bank. He says it's all rigged, only he doesn't use that word. But he became the 7th president of the United States, and he took his revenge by appointing businessmen to most of the positions that normally would go to politicians.
Presidential historian Doug Wead talking about our 7th president, Andrew Jackson. Some of Trump's supporters highlighting similarities between the 19th century leader and President-elect Donald Trump.
And Chris, I know you're a historian. This is like Andrew Jackson's victory. This is the people beating the establishment. And that's how he posited it right from the beginning. The people are rising up against a government they find to be dysfunctional.
Presidential historian Doug Wead joins us again. Doug, it's great to see you. We were speaking several weeks ago, and I asked you the question, that people say there's no one like Donald Trump, there never has been, and you said, wait a minute, there has been someone similar to Donald Trump. He also had great hair, and that was Andrew Jackson. Why did that come to your mind when asked that question?
Hi, Jenna. Well, the first 6 presidents of the United States were part of the American aristocracy. They were big shots. They knew everything. They all 6 came from eastern states, Massachusetts and Virginia. 4 of them were Secretary of State, and 2 of them came from the same family, John Adams, John Quincy Adams. All 6 of them were Episcopalians. Here came Andrew Jackson, who, like Donald Trump, was a Presbyterian. And they all said, no, this guy will destroy America. The presidency is ours. Don't let some uncouth, profane Westerner, that's what Tennessee was back then, don't let him in the White House. He'll destroy it all. So that's why it came to mind.
Interesting. So we've been here before, not only in perhaps the character of president, but the reaction to him, the reaction that he was somehow going to destroy the fabric of the nation.
Yeah, there was real concern. He came back to Washington. He was a rock star. He was really the first real celebrity, even including George Washington, in American history. Huge crowds showed up when he and his horse would come through. But at his inaugural party, people got drunk. They tore down the drapes of the White House. The public were allowed to come in. He was a people's president. He finally had to leave the White House and check into a hotel in order to get to sleep. So a lot of people thought, this is going to turn out badly. But he was a great president, and his statue is there in Lafayette Park right outside the White House today. You can see the pigeons land on his hat.
Trump, President-elect Trump actually has a hotel right down the street, so it's very easy for him if he needs to escape just for a good night's rest. Why was President Jackson a good president? What made him great?
Well, he cared about people, and he was resisting the establishment. The establishment had gone too far. They'd created the first national bank. He opposed that second bank. He said, look, the rich will get richer, the poor will get poorer. This is a way for a few people, a few elite people to drain the economy and have the money go their way. There are a lot of people who feel that way today on both the left and the right. You have Bernie Sanders people upset with what they call the oligarchy and the 1%, and you have people on the right, the Ron Paul people, feeling that the 1% too much now, that the poor are getting poorer, the rich are getting richer, even under Barack Obama, who didn't want that. So there needs to be a check to the corruption and a chance to restore free markets and free enterprise again.
Wow.
And Donald Trump kept saying it should go to the best bid, not to the insider. And a lot of people panicked about that because they like to get the bid. They don't want it to be open.
Well, just hearing you talk about history makes me more interested in it, Doug. And I know you wrote a book, which, by the way, I'm going to begin tonight, called All the President's Children. And you're going to need a new chapter. Doug, I only have a short time here, but just tell us a little bit about what you're watching for, because President-elect Trump's children have played such a crucial role in his campaign.
That's right. Well, I'm watching for Ivanka Trump. FDR brought in Anna, and the last year of his White House, she ran the White House. There's a scene in my book where Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady, goes to Anna and begs to be on the manifest to Yalta, and Anna says no. That's how powerful she was as a first daughter. I'm looking for Ivanka at some point to emerge as someone her dad needs to lean on in that White House.
Well, he certainly leaned on her during the campaign, so if past is precedent, as we talk about so much, Doug. It's something we'll watch for. Always great to hear the stories, Doug, and we look forward to having you back. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna.